Hey there, how's it going? Welcome to Looplearnings. This is the next video in the series. We are making POS management system. In this video, we will continue with doing a little bit more enhancements for the login form, and we are going to work on building a very basic authentication system in the application. So if you're interested to learn about it, then definitely stick around until the end, and I'm really sure that you will take away a thing or two from this video. Now, before I begin, I must ask, if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. In any case, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you do hit the bell icon so you get notification whenever I upload a new video. If you want to support me, support this channel, and more importantly, if you want to have this application when all the video series is over, I will upload this application, but it will be accessible to only to the members of this channel. So please do subscribe and be a member of this channel. Okay, so what enhancements I'm talking about when it comes to the login form? I mean, we can do a lot. We can have a background photo, we can enhance this a little bit, but for me this one is important, right? So we have a password field, but it is showing the password instead of the asterisk. Usually we see asterisks or dots, and so I want to enhance this, and I want to show asterisk rather than a text which is anyone can see it. So let's go to design view. I'll select that, and I'm going to go to the data input. Okay, so input mask. If I click here dot dot dot, there is a specific input mask which is already by default created, and that is password. So I'm going to select that. I'm going to make it finish. All right. Now, since I'm already here, I will test it out later on. But since I'm already here, what I would like to do is I would like to make this text a little bit bigger. Okay. Let's make it, how about if we'll make it 14? Okay, and we'll bring this down, and we'll make this height of these text boxes a little bit bigger. So let's say I will have this. Yeah, I think it makes sense. For these labels, we can bring them sort of in the middle, and we'll say 0.09. No, 0.1. No, 0.3. No, that's too much. 0.25. I think that's okay. All right. This is fine. Let's layout stack them, and we make them narrow. So that's one thing we can do always. And we can bring these buttons on the top and align them perhaps. And also I want to color them a little bit, right? So login button, maybe we can make it a little wider, and cancel also a little wider. We can have it, cancel will be something like this, red, and login would be greenish or blue. I don't know. You choose the color. And we can have picture, for example, for login, we can have key, right? Because this allows, and we can have a general. So we can have proper space. And for the cancel, we can have a cross sign, perhaps. Cancel. Where is it? There you go. Okay. All right, so a little enhancement, nothing much, but little enhancement is always good. So if I'll go to form view, bit nicer, and you can see right away now it's no more text. It is a, so for example, we'll type in as Iron Man or DJ, and then login, and boom, here we are. Okay, now, so that's it. That's enough for now for the login form. Let's come to the main topic of this video, and that is authentication. What do I mean by that? Now, right now I'm signed in as a manager, which means I might be authorized for each and every action in this particular menu. But if I'm logged in as a cashier, for example, or as a sales executive, I might be restricted to actions such as, I should not be able to create a new product. I should not be able to create a purchase order. I should not be able to create a new category or even the user. So, as a cashier or sales executive, I should be able to just manage the customer information. I can create customer, modify the customer information, and at the same time manage orders. These are the two actions I should be allowed, and anything else, if I will click on, it should not allow me. Now you can do it in many different ways. To be honest, you can have a very sophisticated authentication system. You can hide these navigation buttons based on who's logged in. You can keep these buttons there, but you can have a proper table created called auth or authentication, and in that table you can specify which form is allowed or for which user. And so you can take many different ways, to be honest, but in this application I'm going to stick with very, very basic authentication system, and we will do that using a VBA, our great near and dear VBA access. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. So I've already informed that if the role is cashier, I want to allow only these two to be clicked and manage records, but anything apart from these two, I want to restrict it to the manager only. So let's go ahead and go to design view. Now this is just an example, right? Now you may have different roles, and for each role you can define who should be able to have what. Now if I will scroll down, yeah, I can see there are three roles. So admin, cashier, manager. Okay, so I will consider that. Now if I come here, do I need to have authentication for orders and customers? Maybe I want to restrict the admin for orders and customer, or maybe because that individual is admin and therefore the admin has access to every single thing. Okay, so maybe that's the case, you want to build that, but nonetheless you can actually build this functionality. Now I'm going to start with the products, and we will have the on click event. And right here, before this code actually begins, I'm going to actually uh, put that logic in. So if I'll say if temp was, now if you don't know what is temp was, remember in the previous video I spoke about temp was and how you can create those temp was. If temp was, for example, is role, yeah, if temp var role equal cashier, then okay, do cmd.beep message box, you are not authorized to perform this action. Yeah, and then we can have vb critical comma information. Awesome. Else, and then you say end if. Right, so let's go ahead and check it out. Now, before I move on, I will check first with the Peter Parker 12. That's the ID for the cashier. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Login, and user is Peter. Password is Parker 12. And let's click on login. Here we are. Now, nothing seems to be changed. I can manage orders, I can manage customers. That is great. Now, if our code works correctly, it should not allow us for the product. So let's click here, and there you go. You are not authorized for this section. Now, if I will log in as a manager, would it allow? Let's see. Let's check it out. We'll go back to login. And now this time I'm going to sign in as a manager, not Iron Mana, Iron Man. And the password is RDJ. And we will log in. Here we are in POS. And now, absolutely, it will allow me. It will never stop me. You can see right here. Okay. So this is how you can build this feature, definitely. Now let's go ahead and replicate the same for the rest of the buttons. And then I think we are done with this video particularly. So I'm going to copy what we have written here, and I'm going to paste for the rest of the button. Now, for sure, if you want to not allow the admin, you can also have it. If temp was role is cashier or admin, then you're not authorized. It's your choice. But I'm allowing admin. That's why they are admin. That means they have access to everything in the system. I mean, it's not mandatory, but for this small application, I'm considering that. And if we'll come here, and we will paste right here, and we'll make end if. Okay, so there you go. And if we'll come here now, let's go to login, and let's sign in as a cashier. So Peter, and we'll say Parker 12 and log in. And we can manage orders. Absolutely we can. Can we manage customers? Absolutely we can. Can we manage product? Cannot, 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 cannot. All right. Now, hang on a second. You might think, here we go. If we'll go to the create order, I can actually manage the products right from here. Right. There you go. You can manage the categories as well. Now, what you need to do, this is where I said, you can build a very sophisticated system. So, because this is a basic authentication, I'm going to repeat essentially the same code. I'm going to paste right here behind these two buttons. But to be very honest, if you're building a real good authentication system, you will have a table with roles, and you will have who is allowed to change or read or edit or create the information. That is the most sophisticated system. Actually, maybe I will make a separate video on building a better authentication system in Microsoft Access. Maybe I'll do that in a separate dedicated video on that, because that will require a little bit more work and more time. So let's go ahead and fix this as well. Okay. So if I'm signed in as a cashier, I should not be able to actually uh, create this. Okay. This is a trouble. All right. Compile. And there you go. And you go to here, you come here, and that's it. Let's go ahead and check it out. So I'll say I'm logged in as Peter, and Parker 12 is the password. Oh, Parker 12. Yeah. Okay, so let's go to order. Now I'm logged in as a cashier. Let's see if I'll go to create order, create product. I'm not authorized. There you go. So now you have what you've done is you have actually closed all the loops, and nobody can actually create. As a cashier, if you're signed in, you cannot do anything about it. There you go. So that's how you build a very basic authentication system using Microsoft Access. So there you go. This is it for today. I think a short video today, I know, but I think we have covered a very important topic. If you have learned something in this video, please do let me know in the comments below. If you liked whatever you've seen, smash the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, why haven't you subscribed? So subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you get notification as soon as I upload a video. And also, by the way, join the channel so you get to have this application at the end of this video series. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one.